Imagine a world where the global economy suddenly inflates by $7 trillion, a 7% increase in global GDP, all while 300 million full-time jobs are suddenly exposed to automation. That is the dual-edged reality of generative artificial intelligence presented by Goldman Sachs. We are told that 60% of today's workers are employed in occupations that didn't even exist in 1940, meaning that technology has historically created more than it has destroyed. But as we stand on the precipice of the mechanical mind revolution, a haunting question remains. Are we the farmers who will be repurposed by new tools, or are we the horses who were replaced by the engine? At its simplest level, the issue we face is technological unemployment, job loss caused by technological change. Traditionally, automation replaced mechanical muscle to perform physical tasks. However, generative AI represents a shift toward automating mechanical mind processes. Current AI systems can already automate about 25% of global work hours, though analysts argue only about 7% of jobs might be permanently displaced. The core of the debate is whether AI will complement human labour by making us more productive or substitute for it entirely. While some experts believe AI will handle 90% of coding or replace half of all white-collar workers, others point to intelligence saturation. The idea that artificial intelligence's impact is ultimately limited by the physical world. This fear isn't new. In the 1st century, Roman Emperor Vespasian famously refused a low-cost method for transporting heavy goods, fearing it would leave his labourers without work, saying, "You must allow my poor hauliers to earn their bread." In 1589, Queen Elizabeth I refused to patent a knitting machine, warning the inventor that it would deprive her subjects of employment and turn them into beggars. The most famous resistance came during the 19th century with the Luddites, textile workers who broke mechanised looms that threatened their livelihoods. Yet, history has generally favoured the compensation effect. For instance, information technology destroyed some roles but introduced web designers, software developers, and digital marketing professionals. The 20th century saw the tractor replace the horse, but it also saw the rise of a service economy that no one in 1900 could have imagined. There are 3 major ways to look at our current AI path. Firstly, the techno-optimist or disruption view. Some tech leaders, like former Stability AI CEO Ahmad Mostaki, predicted there would be no programmers in 5 years. Senator Bernie Sanders has warned that 100 million jobs could be wiped out in the next decade, citing the risk of massive wealth polarization, where only the top 10% capture the gains. Secondly, the horse allegory. Pessimism. Critics of the new jobs narrative argue, we are not the farmers in this story, we are the horses. When the tractor arrived, there was no growth in horse jobs at the tractor factory. The engine simply made the horse redundant. And thirdly, the intelligence saturation view. A recent Brookings framework argues that AI's growth will eventually saturate because it is complementary to the physical world. You can have the smartest AI in existence, but you still need steel, rubber, and human effectors to build a car. Under this view, AI will first increase and then potentially decrease wages as labour crowds into the remaining physical-only tasks. The consequences of failing to manage this transition include jobless growth and increased income inequality. To solve this, several radical and traditional solutions are being compared. Universal Basic Income, UBI. Research suggests that if AI productivity reaches 5 to 7 times pre-AI levels, it could fully fund a $1,000 per month UBI for all US adults without new taxes. The robot tax. Proposed by figures like Bernie Sanders, this would tax companies that replace humans with AI to fund worker protection programs. A Marshall Plan. For reskilling, McKinsey suggests that up to 375 million people may need to switch occupational categories by 2030, requiring a massive, coordinated investment in adult education and retraining. Shorter work weeks. Some economists suggest a 4-day work week to share the remaining work among more people as productivity rises. As we look toward 2030 and beyond, the data tells us that while artificial intelligence can perform 50% of our tasks, it cannot yet perform 100% of our roles. We are entering an era where vibe coding and AI-assisted workflows are becoming the norm, allowing one person to do the work of 4. But here is the final thought. Technology has always been a mirror of our choices. If we treat artificial intelligence as a tool to augment human potential, we may witness a renaissance of creativity. If we treat it only as a cost-cutting engine, we risk a world where work exists only for the smartest or highly trained 20%. The future isn't something that happens to us, it's something we build. The ultimate constraint on the economy isn't intelligence, it's the physical world and the societal choices we make about how to share the wealth of the mechanical mind. Are you ready to redefine what work actually means?